I can give some applications today. Concepts like applications. You try to answer before tomorrow. Yes. No. Someone is more responsive. See you. This will be. Sure. This is not it. But very interesting. This is interesting. I am not. Your note is that your observation just for slowly let's understand. Yesterday we are talking about increment of note, right? Here we are yesterday. Increment of note. Yes, sir. Right, small. Today we'll talk about something called state. What is the relation between concurrent connections and the POC? Multiple, like multiple. Like concurrent connections of two, the POC at 2 or 4 or 3. Each of this information, understand something called state. Nice, interesting item. Your local SQL server. Your local SQL server. Let's understand how. Really simple, straightforward. Let's understand. You have a local SQL server and a local SQL server. And inside local SQL server, I made one now. .SQL file. Not the .SQL file. You get one database line. It is the same script that you ran previous classes for Azure SQL database to SQL pool. You remember? First example. Yeah. Sure. The same database. So your source server ready, database ready. Okay. Source server ready, database ready. Source is ready. Box 1 ready. I'll mail you the .SQL file. You install in your local SQL server, source data. In your computer, in addition to box 1, you need to have box 2 also. Integration runtime. We know IR is mainly for establishing connections, creating linked services. Yes, remember linked services. Yes, sir. Yes, we are hosting an IR in our computer. We call it a self-hosted IR. We call it a self-hosted IR. Okay, let's install the IR. Some this states. So I'll make use of the remain or any other one. I'll simply clean up the disk. Yes, otherwise 7099 available and required 714, just few MBs only. So I'll simply get rid of few items from my C drive quickly. I'll just get rid of few items quickly. I'll just better to always get it on my C drive. Better, safe side. Not mandatory, but recommended. I just clean my C drive so that we can quickly proceed with our example. Remember, our source is local SQL server. Okay, source is local SQL server. Let's do it carefully here. I just click OK and install. Click on install. Let's see. Please check your mics, please. Yeah, check your mic. Just click on install. Prabhakar, please mute from your end. You can unmute whenever you have questions, please. Thank you. Let's continue. What we are doing now? We are installing one self-hosted IR. Hope you downloaded this software yesterday. I requested you to do so. Yes. Then fine. You downloaded it already. Just install it. Then our next step. As per the diagram, our source is ready. You please try to practice from the diagram itself today. We should be able to. If it is required, you will refer to the transcript, Word document. That is also not helping, then we understood where we are. More concentrated learning required. You may refer to the screenshots if you wanted to. Practice from this diagram itself. I install the IR. Just installing the IR. The installation is going on. Installation is going on for the IR. Well, I'll just make sure I have my free space. I'll just quickly have my free space in my drive. I'll quickly have my free space in my drive. Hardly takes another few minutes. Yes. Yes. Going on now. Yes. They have free space in my drive. You'll try to practice on your observation notes. Yes. So I'll just simply retry now. I'll simply retry here. Going on, should work. You might install on other drives also, but better to always go for this drive. It's almost time to clean this space. Screen now, still it's not coming up. I'll just quickly do it again. Double click on IR. Just I'll run the installation once again, just in case. This is the software download link you got earlier. Integration runtime. Next, accept licensing terms and say install. Let's wait. Let's get the installation done. Well, I'll install it. In the meantime, one more important thing. Let the installation go on. In the meantime, go to Data Factory. Hope you are writing your running notes. First step, download, install IR. One more thing, configure the source database in your local SQL server. Step number 3, go to IR, go to Data Factory and configure the self-hosted IR. Simple and straight. Go to Data Factory. Come on, where do you verify the IR? In Data Factory Studio. Come on, please. Do you remember? Where to verify the IR?
On the side manage.
Exactly. Go to manage. IR. Remember, the other day I was showing you auto resolving IR. Do you remember now?
Yes.
Everyone. Plus new self-hosted IR. This one. Plus new and self-hosted IR. Okay. Select self-hosted IR. Then next, Continue. Once again, select self-hosted. Continue. This is called self-hosted IR. We are
Nanti
hosting on IR
nanti
cloud in our computer, on-premise computer, or within a virtual network, either of them. Use of self-hosted IR. Say, generally, in our network, we'll be having unique name for each data center or each computer or each node. So, for instance, like in which computer the self-hosted IR is configured. It's not really mandatory but recommended. We have valid discussion. Next. So what we do here? Yes, we got self-hosted IR ready. Okay, the next step, our requirement. Simply say create. Before that, cancel. Come on, what we do? Data Factory Studio. Okay, manage, right? Manage. Come on, what next? Please, you are very new. Let's start today. Come on, what?
Click on integration runtimes.
Yes.
Click on new.
Yes. So here it is. You need to click on plus new. Then self-hosted.
And again click on self-hosted.
Self-hosted IR, then
Yes. Yeah, self-hosted IR. Give some name. Any name is fine. Okay, any name is fine. Once we get this information ready, next. Any name is fine and any description is also okay. But I'll add some description. Say hosted on. This will be the standard practice. Your computer name over the network. Okay, next. Then we simply click on create. Simply click create. We get one self-hosted IR entry. Yesterday I gave the download link, right? The notes. This is the one. Download, install IR. This link. Click on download. It takes you to the Microsoft download link, a free tool. This one. Click on download. Now Data Factory, later Synapse Analytics. Same tool. Attendees from our Azure Architect weekend course for them. Azure Purview. Same interface. Here we go. Simply click close. Before that, we need to copy the key. Okay, copy the key. There are two keys auto-generated. You can choose either one. What we are doing now? Yes, we are creating one self-hosted IR entry where in ADF Studio, copy the key, copy, and let's face it separate. Here it is. What we did so far, let's go back to our notes, the regular notes. Let's go and identify carefully. Here we go. Simple concept. Let's take you. Good to have our own observation. IR, a component used to establish connections to any data platform in ADF. Means IR is a component used to configure the linked service, establishing connections to Azure SQL database, your local SQL server, etc. Three types. Auto resolving IR, ambient example. If you remember this term, yesterday and the previous example we did it. Then self-hosted IR will do it today. If you are from MSPI, SSIS, Azure SSIS, the request ISIR. Now auto resolving means this component used by ADF to access data storage component, data storage services within Azure environment, within the Azure, like connections to Azure SQL database, SQL pool, storage, data lake, so on. Okay, next. This is from the earlier example. Today, self-hosted IR, component used by ADF to access platforms outside Azure environment. Okay, it's outside, meaning apart from Azure, it may be from outside, like your local computer, your company's data center, anywhere it can. Here we use self-hosted IR. The other day, one of our participants asked, can we call SSIS package, or can we execute SSIS package? Yes, it is. By using number 3, called Azure SSIS. SSIS runtime, integration runtime for MS. So it's part of Azure BI process. Let's understand now how to work with self-hosted IR. Example. Previously auto resolved, is now self-hosted. Example, how to copy data from an on-premise SQL data or your local SQL database. Your local SQL database to Azure Synapse warehouse, Azure SQL. Of course, using ADF. Firstly, you already have SQL service. So you launch SSMS to connect to the service. Then you configure the source database. Launch SSMS, connect your local SQL service. Install the source database. You'll be receiving the .SQL file. One SQL file you'll receive it. The same SQL file you received last week for one particular example, very first example. Azure SQL database to SQL. Same 4 tables. Remember? Customer, time, product. Yes, you remember that? Customer, product, size.
Sir, customer product sales.
Exactly. Then next step. Here, it asks you to download. As for the notes, you will go to this particular website link. It is the same link we received from data factory. Same link. Okay, click download. You see multiple versions. You can choose any one. You can choose any one. The latest, the better. The latest release is always the better option. Okay. Just simply select and next and download. Once download, you'll get the software like. Remember the software name, integration runtime. Next. Our requirement. Simply double click. Required Windows. Okay, Windows OS mandate. During installation, we see a proper ATF integration. Remember, we got this key, right? I went to Azure portal.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Verify that you have a server and pool ready.
Yes, sir.
Then go to portal. And once you go to portal, what we do? Left side manage in ADF Studio.
Click on IR, then and create it.
Go to ADF Studio. Left side fourth button manage. Integration runtime. Right? Give a name, description, and get the key. So the ADF key should be the same key that was generated in the Azure portal. For our example, two more things. Here it is. Go to portal. You already have a server and SQL tool. Yesterday's class, I'll say yes. Verify that. I'll make it simple and straight. Verify that you have an Azure storage account with container. Remember yesterday? Yes.
Sir,
Remember this?
Yes, sir.
HDLS Gen 2, right? You remember this? Yesterday's class.
for the storage, second storage we create.
Yeah, second storage.
Okay.
Just like that. Now, why we require the storage account? Yes, we need to talk about something called stage. So server ready, pool ready, stage ready. Left side source ready. Now IR is getting configured. It's almost done. Usually takes 2 to 5 minutes in between. Takes 2 to 5 minutes. It is ready. Let's wait. With this information, our requirement. Let's back to the screen. It's almost done. So once your IR is ready, it will ask you for the IR key. Back. You have the IR key, right? I already copied the IR key. I copied the IR copy and close it now. We can close it. It says unavailable, expected. No problem. Let's leave it for now. The installation is still going on, right? So initially, my computer or your company's data center is not connected to ATF resource, not yet connected. Why? Because we didn't provide any key, right? Let it ask, let it prompt for the key. This is the prompt. Give the key. Register integration runtime. During installation process, you get this prompt. Give the key, register. We are establishing a link between our company's data center and ADF or the ADF resource. Okay. What we did so far? First, source. Then ADF self-hosted IR is installed in your computer. It's asking for the key. In the meantime, you generated the key from ADF Studio. Manage, plus new, self-hosted IR. It's initially unavailable. Refresh. Let's wait for a few moments. It should be running. It should be running. Then only we can proceed. Let's wait. Still registering, still initializing. It could take another 10 to 30 seconds. Once initialized, we are ready to proceed for the pipeline creation. A small caution. In production environment, your system admin will not allow us to install the component. Right? say no installations. In production environment, system admins will not allow installations on data center. Assume there is one data center in a particular location, East Asia, and you would like to use the data as a source for ADF. System admin will say no. But ADF will say you install it. Then wait, what to do? In such a case, in real world, we have something called middle tier servers. We install these kind of software on either application servers or middle tier servers. Because middle tier servers have secure communication to the data center. Now, yes, your self-hosted IR is running. Your IR is ready. What should be the next step? Come on, I'll wait. Your IR is ready. What should be the next step?
Data pipeline.
Copy data. Your IR is ready. From IR, we can define multiple linked services, right? You remember? Yes, sir. Back to the notes.
POCPS.
In Azure portal, verify that self-hosted IR is running. Then go to manage linked services. Create two linked services. One for the source, one for the sink. Yesterday's class, we created linked services during pipeline creation. Isn't it? While we are generating or when we are creating the pipeline, copy data tool, we generated or we created the linked service. Now let's create a linked service separately for easy understand. Yes, your IR is ready. Come on, where to verify the linked service? Do you remember? Come on, please. I'll wait.
Manage.
Open ADF and click on manage.
Exactly. Let's go there carefully now. All we do is go to ADF, manage. Remember the linked service, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Plus new. What is the type of source? SQL server. Okay, on-premise SQL server. Continue. It should be self-hosted IR, right? This
Yes, sir.
self-hosted IR. Server name. You copy the server name from your source.
Excuse me, sir. Can you repeat this step once from the link to services?
Sure. Here it is. Go to linked service. Plus new. Search. Come on, friends. What to search for?
SQL server.
SQL server.
SQL server.
Yeah, continue. Prabhakara, Pragna, are you following the class? Are you there? Please, could see your away from the screen. Prabhakara, keep the party. Pragna, please. Fine, Prabhakara, fine. Yep. Pragna, please, do you hear me? Please, check your mic. Pragna, please reconnect. Cannot hear you. Please reconnect. Server name. Okay. Database name. Let's do it carefully. Database name. Which database? This one, right? Your database here. Type this rename database and copy the database carefully. This one. Copy the database. Authentication. It should be Windows authentication. Of course, it can be anything, but you're using your local computer, you can have Windows authentication. Username. username would be whatever username you see at the time of creating your or connecting to your server. You see one username here, right? This one, this username. Are we getting it now? Observe carefully.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, here it is. Prabhakar, please come back to my screen. Hare Krishna, Ganesh, please come back to my screen, please. Please come back to my screen, please. This is important one. Thank you. This one, username is there, right? A/B. A/B. So bad. Observe carefully. Okay, so here it is what we did so far. It should be self-hosted IR, server name, database name. Next, provide the username. What's the format for username?
Yes.
Your computer
Whatever
name.
you see on the computer.
Yes, exactly. Your computer name / username. Whatever you see from SSMS. That is your currently logged in computer name and password. Password. Your computer login password. If you don't have any password, you set it first. Password mandatory. PIN will not work. I repeat again, PIN will not work. Laptop login pins will not work. Provide the password. Yes, it should be self-hosted IR. Then only this authentication will work. Server name, database name, username, password. Once your connection is successful, remember self-hosted IR, server name, authentication, user password, click create. This is your source linked service. What else? Back to our notes. You got source linked service ready. Destination linked service also. Note, laptop pin will not work. Set proper password. Windows password. Login password. Another one. We require sync linked service. Source is ready. Now sync. Plus new. Sync is, remember this, previous classes. Yes. Synapse analytics. It should be auto resolving. Why?
Yes.
Within Azure, right? Within Azure. Auto resolving. Server name. Database name. Let's wait. Okay, my warehouse is still getting created. My warehouse is still getting, has been more than almost 6 to 7 minutes, still getting created. In your case, your warehouse already exists, you'll use it. Let's wait. We need to have the warehouse ready and create this linked service. Let's wait for a few moments. We should be able to get the warehouse created here. Once created, let's use it.
Warehouse is SQL full, no, sir?
Exactly, yes, SQL pool, correct. Yes. Warehouse is SQL pool. Let's wait. I actually triggered the creation 6 to 7 minutes back. Let's wait. Well, anyway, where we are now, we got the source linked service, and now we are having the destination linked service. Our requirement would be to create a pipeline and import data. Same old concept. We'll do it in a careful way. When the linked service gets created, let's wait for a few moments. Still getting created. Let's wait. Let's wait for a few moments. Things take a bit longer time. I'll do one thing otherwise. I'll cancel this button, okay? I'll cancel this. No problem. I'll just cancel it. You create one IR. Let's create the pipeline. Come on, how to create the pipeline? Do you remember friends? How to create the pipeline? Come on. Go home. Ingest, right? Remember?
Click on ingest. Click on ingest.
Yes. Click
Copy
on
data.
we get copy data too. Alternative. Click on pipeline. See there. Click on pipeline.
Click on pipeline.
Plus pipeline. See here.
Plus pipeline and then
Pipeline line. Either ingest or pipeline. Here you see something called as copy data. See here. Copy data. It's an activity. What we did? Plus pipeline. We get a new pipeline. Drag and drop copy data like this. Once we copy data, next, here we go. Go to source. Plus new and the SQL server. But data set. Earlier it was linked service, right? Now data set. Continue. We already had the linked service ready. So select it. Here we can select a table. Here it
Can
is.
you go back and show the previous steps, please? Just a one step.
I'll do one thing. I'll do this. Remember friends, earlier. Let's make it simple. Go home. Click on ingest. Okay, let's click on ingest. Yesterday we got schedule. You remember everyone? 2 hours,
Yes, sir.
24 hours.
Increment
Yes,
to those. Okay.
Now
Yes.
other one, public window. Same thing actually, same thing. Okay. Whatever you see here in the wizard, same activity is there in the settings page. Tumbling. Tumbling means scheduling plus extra delay. We can give some delay between execution. Hours, minutes, seconds, delay. Concurrency. Here, what is concurrency? Remember, what is concurrency? Simultaneous execution of the pipeline. Yesterday I was showing you the settings page. You remember? After creating the pipeline, you got settings. There I was showing you concurrent executions. You remember? Yesterday's class. 2 or 4 like retry. I would like to retry 2 more times with the interval of, for example, 100 seconds, something like that. If it is scheduled, we don't see these advanced options. Delay, concurrency, retry, and retry follows. But still we can control them using settings, pipeline settings, after creating the pipeline. Tumbling window, every 24 hours, next. Connection. Source data store. Select the linked service. In this linked service, select tables. Same. First example interface. Earlier, you remember the very first data factory example. same interface, we had same tables, right? You remember?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Only difference is IR, right? There it is auto resolving, here it is self-hosting. Next, filter options. Take parameterized filters next. Now connection, new connections, Synapse Analytics connection. Continue. You may already create the connection in the manage button. If not, you create a brand new connection here. Database name, nothing but the warehouse. Your username. Last week while creating the SQL server, we had one admin name, admin username, and the password. Just reuse that server credentials. New connection is created. Next. So target type and connection. Next. Tables will be auto created. Let's wait for a few moments. Let's wait for a few moments. This error is expected for a few moments. Once your column mapping is done, no more error. And you know the transformations, right? You remember this kind of transformation we can perform here in this window. You remember?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
Rename. Yes.
Rename, rearrange, right?
Yes.
Exactly. Okay. Next. Leave it for now as it is. We'll do more transformations from tomorrow. This is something called Spark clusters. For now, it is. Previously, we got bulk data. You remember this?
Yes, sir.
Equal classes, copy command.
Copy command, and later we don't change.
Now, let's understand polybase. What is this? It is owned by Oracle. Polybase is a Java component. It is owned by Oracle. What it does? Yes, polybase gives additional cloud-based memory for searching activities, mainly for the purpose of identifying unique values of the warehouse, SQL pool table, storage property, single column value. Compared to all four functions, polybase is costly, so more useful. I repeat, unique column values identification and column store index creation. Remember, last week, column store index property. Yes, for SQL. This polybase requires staging. It saves the data, temporarily hold the data, where in a staging linked service. Yesterday we created storage account, either regular storage account or data lake storage account, either of them you can use. You can reuse your yesterday's created storage account, either regular storage account or data lake storage account, either of. Okay, next. With this information, click OK like this. Next, give the storage account. I said yesterday, we have to go back. Not yesterday, day before yesterday, I said, go back. You remember? And I said, we'll take it. Go previous. Uncheck conversion. Uncheck conversion. No data type conversion is possible. Either you go for bulk insert or for poly limitation. Data conversion allowed. We need to get the data as is. It's a limitation. To address this limitation, we have nice alternatives from tomorrow. Bulk insert, poly base, either of them. Okay, here it is. Either of them. No conversion is possible. So next. Okay, so here it is. Simply say next and no more error. ETL activity. Cancel. I'll repeat again. Please stay tuned. Then we go for questions. Ingest. Jumbling window. What are the extra items here from yesterday's class? Delay. Hours, minutes, seconds. Delay between two successive executions. Optional. Concurrency. Parallel executions of the pipeline. Retry. And delay between or the interval between the retries. Next. With this information. Source. SQL server. Let's wait. Select the tables. Let's select table. Next. Filters will do it separately. Next. I'm just repeating it. To the connection. Destination is Synapse, right? This one. You remember? We are reusing the linker service.
Yes, sir.
Connection.
Yes, sir.
Next. And next. Let's wait. Column mapping has to be done. Then we can say next. Polybase. Staging. Your linked service is already there. Browse. The container. And select. Come on, what's the property of polybase? What's the property of polybase? What are the two important properties of polybase? Unique column value identification.
Column value identification.
And what else? Come on, please. What else? Index. Yes.
Column staging is required.
Yes, clustered correct. Clustered column store. Thank you. It is a bit response to my question. Here, what we are doing, we are loading the data. Now, while performing this data load, we can rename the columns, rename the table. If table already exists, data would be appended, but no change in data type. Remember. Finish. Let's click finish. Go to manage. Remember, using auto resolving IR, we have two linked surveys. First and second. Using self-hosted IR, We have other linked service. Okay, I mean from one IR we can have any number of linked services. Using one IR, there can be any number of linked services. What we did here, we understood how to get the on-premise data access to Azure SQL. Now, how to verify? Go to monitor. No incremental loads, okay? It's only appending. Table data already exists and append. Come on, why we don't see the item here? Why nothing is there? Why it is empty? Come on, apply yesterday's concept carefully. I'll wait.
Trigger.
Yes, we scheduled it. Yes, we scheduled it to come few hours. Yeah, but we didn't trigger it still. We don't trigger it, goes as per the schedule. Right, it goes as per the schedule. But I would like to run it immediately now. Then what we need to simply go to site order, right? Left side order button. Identify the pipe. What is here? One trigger, one schedule is there. Edit the schedule or define a new schedule and trigger now. One parameter is auto created for a collection of tables. This is your source table. We are going to create this kind of array parameters. Next example. Remember, source is a collection of tables. One data set, collection of tables. That is taken as an array. Array is a data type in database. Parameter gets auto created. Copy wizard items. One parameter will be auto. Let it get executed now. Go to monitor. Click on monitor. Loading the pipeline. And it says run star. Remember, for every table there will be a run ID. Do you remember that? Previous class. Yes, here it is. Run ID for every table. We need to audit these run IDs. Because one table data may be independent of another table data. We can easily manage or audit the run ID. We'll do it next. We'll stop for today. You practice these items carefully. And let's have a friendly mock test tomorrow. We thought of having it today, we couldn't do it. We'll have a friendly mock test tomorrow. And then continue for something called Spark Cluster Activity. We'll do it one by one. Emails and just now. Please check it. I'll wait. Any questions, please let me know. I'll wait.
I have one question. So you clicked on ingest and you selected polybase and everything like that, right? So if before doing that, you also created a pipeline, like the same procedure using clicking on pipeline, then we'll get source and sync, right? So while I'm using that procedure, where will I get the command for selecting the polybase?
I'll show you tomorrow anyway. You have to go to pipeline properties. Go to pipeline properties, pipeline settings. There you see.
Okay.
Pipeline settings.
And yes, sir. Okay. And any update on this IR? Like you started installing that and you asked us to copy that key, right? So I was doing simultaneously with you. So I got that key and I've inserted that key in the installation part. And I got the program run and it is asking for the final option, like click finish and some settings. Do I have to click on finish or are there any other settings to be done before clicking finish?
You can directly click.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Better to practice it after the class. You write your observation notes it will be there with you forever, right?
Yeah, sure, sir. Yeah.
Because you have nice
staging for temporary data. So
yes for temporary stage.
during this pipeline run only they store the data, or it will,
Temporary. Temporary means only during pipeline run. Exactly.
while loading one is Sir, by loading on-premises to a data lake, we selected polybase, right? Like without polybase, it's not possible.
We can do bulk insert also. Copy command. We did it earlier. The same as
Yeah. Yeah, we can do without that. Right?
Yeah, we can. We did the same earlier classes, right? I need to take you through all options and understand which one is better. Confuse it.
Sir, how to verify this data in data lake, sir? Like, if it is like okay.
SQL like log into your SSL, log into your SQL pull from SSL, select star from table name. Remember, we did it.
Yeah, yes.
Select star from table.
Yes, sir.
Receive the mail, everyone. Please confirm. I'll wait. Please check it.
Sai, so what we did from local database, we copied and we stored into the Azure, right? So is it kind
Yes,
of migration activity, correct?
Data migration. Yeah, it's not database migration, but data migration.
Okay. So my question here is like, if I have 100 rows today, okay, and which once I trigger this, it will pull those 100 records, right? And tomorrow in the
Incremental
same.
loads steps. We use polybase today. For incremental loads, use up steps. 4,000.
Okay, so tomorrow if there is additional two more 200 records, so it will not pick up, or how it will do? Like once I trigger once
I think I was telling the table already exists, data gets appended. I was telling.
appended, right?
Append. Yes.
Okay,
AB, ABC, ABCD, ABCDE like this. Append. You don't want append, incremental load, fourth option is there, right? Upstep.
okay.
Upstep for incremental load.
Got the user.
Yes. Others remove. Please check your mail, Turu. Please check it. I'll wait. Please check.
There is one question on the where we install the data factory runtime. So typically, in on-premises, this needs to be on a common server, right?
I was mentioning about it today. MT server. Yes. Middle tier server. Gateway server, middle tier server. Application server. Any one of them.
And as you selected staging, so that is mandatory.
Yeah, for polybase it's mandatory.
Okay,
For polybase.
okay. So if you not
And-
selected or enabled it, so it will give an error, right? Or that will
Yes,
not
give it
pro.
right. Give it
Okay,
right.
okay.
It gives
So
you error. It gives you error.
Is there any security can be configured on top of this IAM?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see security part separate. Yes, we have. It is. Yes. We have to check that. I request you to practice all these. Come with your questions tomorrow. I'll mail you the FAQs separately. Another 1 hour max. I'll mail you some few FAQs, concept wise. Please try to submit by tomorrow, max by day after tomorrow, everyone. Okay, please. Hope you'll do it, everyone. Please.
Just this. Yes.
Give it time.
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
Sure. Thank you, friends. Have a nice day. Meeting
Sir,
tomorrow.
one last question.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, sorry, please tell me, madam. Please tell me.
Sir, I was practicing the yesterday's class, and while creating the data factory in step 3, we create the destination. When we go to the Azure data factory ADF Studio, we first create source and then destination. So while creating destination, I click on new connection and I select the data lake storage Gen 2. And when I test the connection by selecting the storage account 1, it gives me error like ADL is Gen 2 operation failed because invalid status code conflict account.
Mail the screenshot. I'll check if there is any issue with your account now. Please mail the screenshot. I'll take it up.
Okay, no problem. Thank you, sir.
I'll take my mail in another 1 hour. Okay. Please mail.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, hi, sir. From yesterday's class, I have one doubt. So yesterday we have selected that the file loading behavior as incremental run. So after creating the pipeline, by selecting the incremental load last modified date, we have few other files in the same folder. So can we edit the pipeline to use the file loading?
Yes, we can.
Okay, in the pipeline settings or in the source.
Pipeline.
First.
Pipe.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Please come to the next. So, thank you. Please practice.